It is springtime, it is home renovation time, it is gardening time. Everything is coming to a head this month, so get ready.
Stunning. Stunning. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to pamper ourselves from top to bottom. We're going to do everything. My hair needs treatment. So to start, I want to show you my shirt, okay? Check this out. Anyway, I just jumped out of the shower and this was the first thing that I could find. So I was like, you know what? I think they'll get a kick out of it. You can hear that Jens is playing his guitar right now because that's what he wants to do. So I am going to take care of myself, do all the things that make me feel nice. One of the things as a planner that brings you all the joy, all the feelings, is getting to start fresh. So at the beginning of every month is basically a clean slate, and that's your chance to really tackle any of the things that you feel like you fell short on the month before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and whip out my happy planner because I am heavy into Google Calendar. I love planning things on the computer. It's just very convenient for me, and it's easy for me to make sure that the people who are attending meetings with me have the correct links. So I'm not in any way saying that this happy planner replaces the digital planning that must happen anyway. But for me, it just helps me visualize the month ahead. It helps me plan for things, and it reminds me to plan for myself, to schedule time to do things for me. So this is a prime example. I'm very low energy this week. This is one of those weeks, if you know what I'm talking about. So it's not feeling great. But we do get to see friends later, and we have the whole day to just focus on ourselves. So silver lining, we are going to get it done, okay? Also, I know a lot of the renovations that we started at the beginning of this channel have been postponed. I just want you to know that we have been working on them. We have been slowly gathering materials for those projects, one of them being the kitchen and the other one being the bedroom. So expect those videos coming shortly. And we also got some new kitchen organization drawers, like those, I don't know what you would call it, like the retractable drawers that you can install into the kitchen cabinets. We might be building our own kitchen cabinets. I don't know, but I'm so excited. It's finally getting to that time. It is springtime. It is home renovation time. It is gardening time. Everything is coming to a head this month. So get ready, okay? Now let me stop talking. Let me get my hair situation under control, because having hair this thick and this long needs some TLC, all right? Every time. See what I mean? Hair mask makes everything better. Listen, y'all, we can't all be perfect coming out of the shower, but I need to do something about this, especially these guys right here. Let's do something about this, shall we? A package just came, and I am so excited to open this package. It literally came maybe 30 seconds before I sat down in front of you right now. So let me show you what we got. Okay, first and foremost, I got blackout window cling. This isn't something that I get for every window in the house, obviously. You might have seen that I added window cling in the window that's in the bathroom, and that's because for some weird reason they decided to do like a full length all the way down to the waist style window inside of the shower. So I obviously added some window cling in there for privacy reasons, but this one is actually going to be used in the basement. I want an area that will be essentially a root cellar. And we're going to need the root cellar for when the garden starts kicking in and when we start fermenting things and storing things long term. So I decided I would darken one side of the basement. I'm going to darken the windows on the side where we have a lot of the utilities. You know, we have some random plumbing over there. We have the oil tank. We have the water tank, all of that stuff. So I'm going to put this on the windows. It's going to turn it into basically like a root cellar side of the basement, which is awesome. I think that's really cool. And it was really cheap. I think this was like $10, and it comes with maybe 6 feet of cling, and this is the width. So this plus, you know, definitely enough to get the windows done. They are probably like this big. And this is this big. So yeah, we should definitely have enough for that. Okay, next. Check this out. Check this out. Look at it. A seedling heat mat. This is really cool. So we live in New England, the Northeast, and it is very cold. Technically, it is the start of the season where you can start plants indoors. However, if you look ahead at the 10-day forecast, even well into the middle of March, the nighttime temperatures are still dropping below freezing. So if you really do want to start seeds indoors, what you really want to do is have a heating mat going on, because then you can have the grow light above and the heat mat below, and it'll just keep the temperature constant, and I feel like that would be the most conducive environment for the plants to grow. That being said, for anything that's coming out in March or April that you're sending outdoors, keep in mind, in New England, you get cold snaps. You get cold snaps a lot, and so we're probably going to need to condition the plants coming out of the basement / root cellar area where I'm setting this up, and by leaving them outside but covered. So if it does get a cold snap, they should be able to acclimate to the weather a little bit better, and that way they don't die once you transplant them in the ground. I am no expert. If you have watched any of my videos, you know that we just bought this home. We are actively working on it, but the first thing that I wanted to do this season was to set up my homestead, to set up the garden so we could start growing our own food. So this is going to be a learning experience. I've never done this before, but I will take you along for the ride. I got 2 of these. Okay, and last but not least, I got this. So I believe this comes with a 100 cups. Yep, it comes with 100 cups and 20 labels. So I'll obviously need, more labels, but that's okay. I don't mind that. You can use popsicle sticks. You can use whatever. It doesn't even matter. But I like that these are biodegradable. I know that a lot of people like to use the reusable ones because it saves you money over the long run because you don't end up buying them over and over again. But we'll see. I'll see what works for me. If this makes sense for me, then this is what I'll do, because I really don't like to waste things. And so I on the one hand, this is tough. On the one hand, I like the idea of buying the seed trays so that I use them over and over again. And I do feel like that minimizes the amount of waste, like this plastic wrap here. But on the other hand, it's plastic. And I'm trying to minimize, I know, hypocrite, right? Because look at how this came. I'm trying to minimize the number of plastic things that I buy. So what do I do? Do I buy the plastic seedling tray and use it again and again until it rips and then I inevitably have to throw it out? Or do I buy things like this that are biodegradable? And this tray, I'll definitely use this tray. So it came with 2 growing trays and 2 covers. So the clear covers are underneath. And you know, once you set up your cups and everything, you can cover it and it acts like a greenhouse. So I'm really excited about these. I think setting up the first round of seedlings for the spring is going to be a lot of fun. This is probably going to be my next video. We're going to plant all of the things that's going out into the garden first. So tune in next week to see that. Okay, now let's move on to the planner. This planner, like I said, I haven't used in a while, but I bought it for a few different reasons. First of all, stunning, like statement piece. Like if I was in a cafe drinking a cup of coffee or something like that, and I was just like, oh, you know, blah, 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 blah. Look how classy I look with this. People pay big money to buy books that are, you know, old looking and have engravings like this for their libraries, like for aesthetics. Look at how good this looks. And it was very affordable. I don't remember the exact price. If I bought it on Amazon, which I think I might have done, but it was a while ago, so I don't remember. I'll link the price, or I'll write it out here. But if not, I can't imagine it was any more than $40. If I'm being honest, like somewhere between 25 and $40 is what I'd imagine. So this is interesting. So it has areas where, oh, you know what? I don't even need to show you this part because it has a card in the back that describes to you how to use this notebook. And it had a couple stickers, nothing crazy. I mean, they're cute, right? They're pretty cute. And I like that they're shiny. Some of them are really shiny in that rose gold. I mean, I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if you can tell, but I like gold accents. So this is really beautiful to me. Oh, here's another one. But the first section that it has is dedicated to self-discovery and vision. And you can just fill this out with your aspirations. The second area is dreams and life goals. So keep in mind, this doesn't have to be, this isn't necessarily everything that you need to fill out. These are just options that this journal or this planner gives you. What I like about planners that have a bunch of different options is that it can become anything you want it to be. You don't have to make it a chore. If this feels like a chore to you, don't do it. Leave it blank. Totally fine. But what I liked about this is the self-reflection, because I have been, as I just showed you, planning for years and years and years. And one thing that I wish I had done more of early on, which is really a skill that you need to build up. So almost like any other skill, this is something that I'm trying to work on, is prioritizing myself, self-care, mental health, physical well-being, all of that. I had an amazing workout routine. I was in amazing shape, both mentally and physically. And, you know, I fell off. And that's just what happens with people, right? So I like that this one allows you to reflect and to focus on areas in your personal life that you want to improve, because let's face it, we all have those areas. It has 1 year goals, 3 month goals. Well, yeah, that's it. So it has 1 year goals and 3 month goals. And you can fill those out as you go. That I love, because I'm an IDP person. If you've never heard of IDPs, they are individualized development plans. I truly believe in them. I have followed one that I keep up with for a very long time. I like to have a professional IDP and a personal IDP because, like I said, I think it's as important that we are well-rounded individuals and that we do things that bring us joy, bring us passion, and build some of those soft skills. I think it's as important to do that as it is to get ahead in your career. Having all your eggs in one basket for approval and for validation is just not a good look. It doesn't do you any good in here. Because if something goes wrong at work, then you feel like garbage. Don't do that. So, yeah, I love the idea of having goals that are both personal and professional. This planner is going to be mostly personal. So, this is going to be my planner to help me stay focused on the things that matter to me and not the things that necessarily my bosses might consider important, right? Because that will be on the Google Calendar. And yeah, there is some overlap. I do include what I have to do for work in here. But like I said, the focus is going to be on happy things. I call them my happy planners because they make me happy. They're going to be colorful. They're going to be beautiful drawings. They're going to be affirmations and aspiring quotes and all of these things. Okay, so after the goals, we have the agenda. And it's a pretty simple agenda, right? Like you just fill it out with whatever you have going on. I like that it has a notes and a to-do section on the side. What you can't see, but I can show you on one of these bigger pages, is at the bottom of the monthly view, it has areas that it says most important goals this month on the left. So this you would fill out as you're planning as you're writing out the plans for that month. But then on the right, it says things I will do to make this month great. And it's awesome because it's all positive. It's not like, how did you fail and how are you gonna fix it? And there is an area for that. Where is it? Okay, here it is. This is in the monthly review. This example, the person used health and fitness, career and business, family and friends, romance and relationships, personal development, see, finance and net worth. I mean, if there are activities associated with that, like this activity right here that I'm doing with the planning, I'm also going to do the budget and I'm also going to do a few other things. So I guess that would count. And recreation and hobbies, and then spiritual. So, I mean, it's all deadly, right? It's all deadly. On the bottom, it says, what are 3 things I can improve next month? What are the major action steps I can take to work towards these improvements? So anything you feel like you fell short on, don't beat yourself up about it. Just jot it, like name what that weakness is, jot it down, and then come up with a plan on how you're going to accomplish it the following month, and then make that part of the agenda. And then you get into the weekly agenda, and look how detailed. A habit tracker, a to-do list for work, and a personal to-do list. I loved that. I loved the separation between what do I have to do for work and what do I have to do for myself. Love. And then it's just like a doodle section where you can just draw anything that you want. It's like the dots, like a graph paper or grid paper. And then at the bottom, it makes you reflect again. It says this week's wins. You write down the things that you're happy about or that you feel like went really well, and then how I'll improve next week. Just amazing. I love it. And then, of course, you also have a vision board if you want it. You don't have to, but you have it. And strategy and ritual. So literally any kind of person. What kind of person are you? Are you a spiritual person? Are you not a spiritual person? Are you an organized person? Are you not an organized person? This planner can do it all. Because I am extra and because clearly I like pink and rose gold and blue and all of the things, I got the blue with the rose gold cover because they come in all different colors. And then I got these pens. Look at these pens. Wait, can you see it? It's nice. I think it's just a regular pen. Like, it's not anything crazy. I got them in a pack of maybe 6. But like going alongside this, right, this is a moment I think I mentioned this to you, but since I've done this for so many years, I know that I have these moments where I stop planning. And then I wish I could go back to it, but then I gotta buy a whole other planner because all the months are pre-made. Like all the tabs already have the date on it, right? Like what are you supposed to do? You have to buy a new one. I like this one because none of the months and the years are pre-planned. You have to fill in the month and the year. You can just pick up where you left off. You don't have to do anything special. The days of the week, completely blank. You don't have to hold yourself to a super high standard, but do what you can. If something works for you, great. If not, just move on, you know? So let's go ahead and fill this out and I'll show you what I have at the end. Sound good? Okay. All right, so this is as far as I've gotten so far. These are some of the things that we still need to buy for the home, for the renovations that we have planned. And some of them are pretty easy. The front door that we were originally planning on getting, I think we just have to give up on that and change direction. So here is today. I am recording the monthly reset video, and we are also leaving in about 5 minutes to go to this challenge. It's kind of like an adventure zone for adults. So, you know, you can go in groups and you can do all these really fun mental or physical challenges, and it has a restaurant there, and we're just going to go with a bunch of friends. So I'm leaving like very, very shortly for that. But tomorrow I'm actually publishing this video on YouTube. I had to do some reflecting, and I realized that publishing on Mondays probably wasn't the best for me. So I think publishing on Sundays from now on is probably going to be better. And then everything in red is the lab. So these are all things that I have to do as part of my workday, but I didn't get too specific or heavy on the planning yet because every week is kind of different. And the reason why I say that is because I'm a researcher, so a lot of the things that I have to do in the coming week have to deal with how the experiments went in the previous week. So I know more or less what I need to do this coming week. I just need to write it down, and like I said, we're leaving in a couple minutes, so I just didn't have the time to do it. But for the week of the 14th, I need to see how this coming week goes, and then I can fill that in. So that's kind of, you know, one way that I get that done. I've already pre-planned all the videos for the month of March, which is nice, all the way up to April 2nd. Let's see. I had a spot for writing down 4 important goals for the month, but I think I only need 2. One is to stick to my new routine. We have come up with a new, well, actually, it's our old routine that I fell off of for the entirety of the pandemic, I guess. It's just my workout routine. Purple is going to be the workouts here. And so I'm going to group them onto Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays because since I'll be working remotely those days, it'll be the easiest for me to get in a good workout on those days. So that's going to be the new routine that I try this month. I have to complete a manuscript that I've been working on for months. And then for the things I'll do to make this month great, I will try to stick to the 3 times a week schedule. It worked really, really well for me for years. Like I said, I fell off because of the pandemic, so I'm going to try really hard to get back on it this month. Both for recreation and hobbies and family and friends. I just want to spend more time with them. I think that's just something that we've been missing, and I'm really excited to, you know, get back into a new normal. For romance and relationships, I actually have a surprise for Jens, and because of that, I'm not actually going to write it here because I know he's going to see this video. So, yeah, get excited, Jens. And then personal development, I am going to stick to my publication schedule. For the last month, I've been posting a video every 2 weeks instead of every week. I'm going to try to stick to a weekly schedule. It was just a really busy month. The month of February was very, very busy for me. I'm going to try to get back to a normal schedule for that. And then for spiritual, I'm just going to reflect and meditate. I have Headspace on my phone. It's amazing. I love Headspace, especially if I get a chance to wake up early. I love doing like yoga or something really, really early in the morning just to kind of like stretch me out. and then listening to Headspace to get ready for the day. It's just the perfect combination. So that is everything. I hope you enjoyed resetting with me and just putting the previous month behind us and starting off fresh. The other thing we need to do tomorrow is to wash all the sheets, do all the laundry, and just get everything ready for the week ahead. But first, I think I just needed to mentally be in a new headspace. And I feel like I'm there now. Anytime I get to write in my planner and just see what I have coming up, it gets me excited. Even things that I have to do, like everything that was in red, that's technically work, just seeing it written out gets me excited to do it. Is that weird? I don't know. Subscribe if you're new, and feel free to leave any comments if you have any tips, tricks, or feedback for me. I'd love to hear it. I'll also say the place that we're going is called Level 99. It's a new place in the Natick Mall. So if you're in the Boston area and you're looking for a new thing to do with friends that gets you out of the house and gets everybody moving, I will tell you what I think about this place in my episodes next week. So stay tuned for that.